Celebrating Black History Month. Brought to you by National Bank of Indianapolis, Eskenazi Health, and McDonald's.
Good evening and welcome to Celebrating Black History. I'm Derek Dennis.
And I'm Gina Galeros. All month long, Wish TV joins our local partners in celebrating Black history.
We'll take you on a journey highlighting Black excellence through powerful stories that reflect, honor, and uplift our community.
Coming up tonight, the history behind the Indigo Foundation's Transit Equity Day.
Plus, how Eskenazi Health is helping college students with disabilities gain access to internships.
The National Bank of Indianapolis shares its commitment to giving back and serving the community. And find out how a local McDonald's owner-operator is following in her family's footsteps and inspiring future leaders along the way. We'll also introduce you to the hosts of the National Federation of the Blind Newsline Indiana and their mission to encourage and empower people adjusting to vision loss.
All that and more coming up when Celebrating Black History continues.
Celebrating Black History Month. Brought to you by National Bank of Indianapolis, Eskenazi Health, and McDonald's.
Welcome back to Celebrating Black History. Emily Moe is the executive director of the Indigo Foundation.
This year, the foundation hosted a Transit Equity Day event in honor of Rosa Parks. Riders received free fares and more than 100 nonprofits were awarded bus fare grants to increase public transit accessibility across Indianapolis.
I'm Emily Moe. I'm the executive director of Indigo Foundation. So Indigo Foundation was created about 5 years ago now. We help to bridge the gap between riders and Indigo. We work to make Indigo more accessible for riders, just going that extra mile. So just like school districts, the teachers always need a little bit more money to make the classrooms just how they want them. Same with us for Indigo. So we help by focusing on the financial resources and the physical access to Indigo. I think the best way that Indigo Foundation has connected with the community is through our nonprofit grants program. This year on Transit Equity Day, February 4th, we are celebrating our 136 grantee organizations this year. They all received bus fare grants of about $1,000 to $2,000 each, but they use that for the clients in their neighborhood because we feel like our nonprofit partners know their clients and know the people in their neighborhood much better than we can as we're serving all of Marion County. Transit Equity Day is on February 4th. It's a national holiday that's celebrated across the country by transit agencies. It's on February 4th because that's Rosa Parks' birthday. And so we're bringing the community together, community leaders. On February 4th at the Idle Jork, we'll have our nonprofit partners there, as well as a panel discussion from leaders like from Indianapolis Foundation and from Glick Philanthropies to talk about transportation. This year's theme is actually transportation funding from government level all the way down to the local philanthropic level, because it's not something that has traditionally been thought of in the same way as housing or food insecurity, but mobility and security is just as important. Rosa Parks, was a pioneer for the civil rights movement. Our team actually got to read a book about her a couple years ago, and what really struck me from that was just how powerful she was. I think throughout history, her story has gotten told as she was an older woman who was just tired and happened to sit in a certain seat on the bus and didn't want to get up. But that's not it. She was so much more than that, and she was very intentional with what she was doing. She had been involved with the NAACP for years and years before that. And so this was the spark for the Montgomery bus boycott, which led to changes of the civil rights movement. But what I find interesting now is with Rosa Parks, their choice, and they created change in their community by choosing not to ride. And today with Indigo Foundation, we're trying to create change in our community by asking people to ride, making the choice to ride. So I'm so happy that we get to shine a light on Rosa Parks and all the other important figures, particularly women, throughout the civil rights movement on February 4th.
My name is Denise Harrison Hudson, and I am the Director of Community Affairs at One America Financial. The One America Financial Foundation is a sponsor for Transit Equity Day, and we could not be more thrilled. So the mission of the foundation includes advancing equity, inclusion, and access to all of our communities. So naturally that aligns exactly with what Emily shared about Transit Equity Day and the mission of the Indigo Foundation. When individuals thrive, communities thrive. And so we are so committed to helping our communities thrive one person at a time. We recognize economic empowerment is what breaks down barriers for our community members. And so supporting initiatives like public transportation, which is not just a service, but a lifeline for so many people, that is how we're creating access and breaking barriers in our community.
Celebrating Black History Month. Brought to you by National Bank of Indianapolis, Eskenazi Health, and McDonald's.
Welcome back to Celebrating Black History. Carlos Taylor is the Senior Program Manager for the Fairbox Center at Eskenazi Health.
The center provides support, resources, and a path to internships for those with physical disabilities.
My name is Carlos Taylor. I am the Senior Program Manager for the Gregory S. Fairbox Center at Eskenazi Health, where we facilitate paid internship opportunities for college students with some type of a hearing, vision, mobility, or an orthopedic related disability and fields related to what their majors are in school. So this program started off as a partnership between Ball State University and Eskenazi Health, where one intern was placed at Eskenazi Health. It went very well, and the program has grown and expanded since then to now have included more than 250 students in the program with several employer partners in the central Indiana area. So this program helps to break down a lot of the barriers that students with physical disabilities might face when it comes to participating in internships, which internships are so crucial to gain the necessary skills and experiences to launch a career after college. So this program helps to minimize those barriers with accommodations, transportation assistance, housing for those who come into Indianapolis from outside the area for summer internships and more. I think that college students specifically who have physical disabilities are viewed as not being capable. Oftentimes the general misconception is that they have a disability, so they're taking specialized classes that may not be as challenging as the rest of their peers without disabilities. But that's not the case. They have to meet the same standards and requirements to enter college. They take the same exact college courses, the exact same assignments. It's just that they may have a physical disability which might limit their opportunities. So that's what this program aims to do, is minimize those barriers for internships, because it's really difficult for anybody to compete in a job situation without having prior internship experiences. So this has really been beneficial to Eskenazi because several departments play a role in this. The Fairbox Center couldn't do this alone, so several departments throughout Eskenazi Health work to host interns. A lot of departments are excited to host an intern, helping with day-to-day tasks and the mission of each department. And then they see the value that the intern brings. And Eskenazi Health has hired about 11 or so former interns as full-time employees. This is very rewarding for me to see the interns grow, not only during the time as they're interning with us, but just grow even beyond the internship program. We've seen a lot of interns come through who have formed friends that will be long-lasting, and they keep in touch long after the internship experience has concluded. Of course, we also love observing their journey to not only completing their college degrees, but then beyond and launching their careers.
Celebrating Black History Month. Brought to you by National Bank of Indianapolis, Eskenazi Health, and McDonald's.
Welcome back to Celebrating Black History. Amandala Anderson and Charla Osuna Rios lead community efforts at the National Bank of Indianapolis.
As the city's only locally owned national bank for more than 30 years, their commitment to community is a universal mission for their entire staff.
Well, the National Bank of Indianapolis has been a staple in our city for more than 30 years. We show up for our community by volunteering, lending, investing, educating our neighbors throughout the city, and really prioritizing what matters most to Indianapolis residents.
So the National Bank of Indianapolis has nearly over 300 employees. All are engaged in some way in touching the communities that we serve. As Charla shared, it's through leadership, through board service, it's through volunteering for different nonprofit organizations, but it's also just being present, being reactive to the needs of the community. And that's why we started this bank, because we knew the city of Indianapolis needed a bank that caters our services to the city's residents and businesses.
I've been here with the bank now for about 1.5 years, and just in that short amount of time, I've been able to be a part of so much impact throughout the city through our initiatives with Douglas Little League on the east side of town and New Direction Church, and through our efforts with financial wellness and providing homebuyers education and really providing education to people who maybe have never had a bank account before. We have partnered with Wish TV for Toys for Tots and donated, I think nearly 3,500 toys. That's the most we've ever donated, by the way, so we're really, really proud of that. Meals on Wheels, over 1,600 meals delivered. So the list goes on, and it really is a testament to our commitment to serve.
I think for me, especially just my short tenure of being at the bank, is really just seeing the customer and relationship service that we provide to every individual. We are here to serve the client, and so what that looks like in practice is opportunities to learn more about how can we better serve you. We have banking treasury management folks who spend one-on-one time every year with our clients to make sure that our bank is providing them the best services they need to address the issues they have for their missions.
Community is not where you are, it's who you are, right? We are all reflective of our community. And by getting to know our neighbors, by really listening and figuring out how we can help best serve them, how we can help them become financially well, how we can help them break the cycle of poverty in their lives and their families. It's not just about how it makes us look, it's about how it makes us feel and the differences that we get to see every day.
Yes, I've only been here a short amount of time, but I'll say that I knew who the bank was just being a community member. I knew that there were great employees who work for the bank who show up in community and show that they care. I also knew that there were programs and services available that really cater to the people who we're trying to serve. An example would be Pathways program that Charla's leading, where we're helping folks with a pathway to having a checking account. We also have down payment assistance available for new homeowners. Those sorts of small things may seem small in the moment, but they're actually big to people who need them the most. And I really am excited about those types of programs because it feeds into who we are and it's a reaction to the community. It's not us telling them how they should be, it's actually us responding to the needs.
Celebrating Black History Month. Brought to you by National Bank of Indianapolis, Eskenazi Health, and McDonald's.
Welcome back to Celebrating Black History. Owner and operator Lori Henry Bradley is dedicated to building on the family legacy of growing a business dedicated to connecting with community.
To Lori and her McDonald's family, she is creating a business that reaches beyond profits. It's a business for people.
My name is Lori Henry Bradley. I'm owner-operator for McDonald's here at my West 38th Street location here in Indianapolis, Indiana. My family actually has operated this location for close to 17 years. I'm now an owner of 6 locations here in the Indianapolis and West Lafayette area. I think I tipped my toes as an owner-operator long before I got the title. So both my parents were owner-operators for McDonald's restaurants, and through that I got an opportunity to watch how they kind of moved in the system, learning how to be business owners, learning their responsibilities of being, not just a business for profit, but business for people, and learning to really contribute to their community. So that's where I got my start. It goes beyond just the 4 walls that we serve, from a great Egg McMuffin or a Big Mac. It goes to how we serve in offering scholarships for students and helping them get to school, giving them a great opportunity for learning skills within the restaurant system, and how we interact with our police departments and school systems here to provide whatever support we can give to better the lives of families. There are a lot of people who, of course, see the brand and see the opportunity that McDonald's can provide. And I think McDonald's does a really good job of laying out, what it really does entail in being a great, not just McDonald's owner-operator, but a business leader. And that goes from, just the financial support of education that you get, teaching you how to be good in the marketing area, and what the customer's expecting and how we can meet their needs. I think the brand of McDonald's does a great job in just that whole holistic, orientation of helping you grow and learn how to conduct business in a great way. I think that for the trends that I'm seeing that McDonald's is really embracing is, I guess 2 or 3 different things. One, how people use our brand, right? How they make purchases. Of course, we continue to evolve when it comes to just the digital platform that we use. And that goes from not just how the consumers that come from the exterior standpoint use us when it comes to using kiosks and curbside and delivery, but also entails how our internal customers, who are our employees, use us, and how we can continue to evolve our training platforms and continue to make that even more, hands-on, digital, provided for them to be able to access that. And they continue to make great changes in that area as well, year over year. What gets me excited most about continuing in this business is, the legacy of my family. Getting up every day and being able to continue the legacy that my parents and my uncle started, back in the 70s. And that's exciting for that to continue, but also too, to get to come in and see the same faces that continue to support our business day over day and know that hot cup of coffee is what they're seeking, and we're able to give it to them the same way every single morning. And just to see them show their appreciation of us being here. That's what gets me going every single day. And also too, coming in and showing my appreciation to my team, who I absolutely love, and I know that they love and have a lot of pride of what they do on a daily basis too.
Celebrating Black History Month. Brought to you by National Bank of Indianapolis, Eskenazi Health, and McDonald's.
Welcome back to Celebrating Black History. Lee Martin and Florence Meyer host the National Federation of the Blind Newsline Indiana, produced weekly right here in the Wish TV studios and airing on MyIndy TV 23.
And together they provide encouragement and education for those in the blind community and help them aspire to live the life they want.
The National Federation of the Blind has a plethora of platforms, and one of the platforms that they do have is NFB Newsline. And NFB Newsline has been that vehicle to allow us to be creative and do what we do here in the state of Indiana, and that is to basically have a television show, which is unusual, I would say, to the most part, as far as media is concerned, to have a host and a co-host that are blind. My name is Lee Martin, and there's Florence Myers, the co-host, and you're blind too, right, Florence?
I'm blind too, Lee.
So this provides us this opportunity to have this particular platform to share with our listening and viewing audiences, throughout the state and throughout social media streams, and just to get the information, to share information. Because on this particular platform, we have to take it very serious, as we have content that would help improve individuals' lives on a daily basis. We just don't know who we might reach during our viewing, our shows and things of that nature. But we take it very seriously because we do know that we have an audience, we have a community of individuals that have been blind all their life. They may have lost their sight as adults, and they are maybe in some form of transitioning into sight loss. And we provide a plethora of entities to come onto the show to help direct individuals and give them, encouragement.
It's just, to me, it's just so important because people, as I have found, seem to be more comfortable. The more they know about blindness, sometimes we run into people who have never met people who are blind, and they don't know what to say. And so using NFB Newsline as a platform, it gives us an opportunity to let people know that we're no different than you are. It just happens to be our eyes don't work. And it gives us the opportunity just to educate individuals on blindness, let people know that there is life after blindness. We can still do the things that we like to do, we just do them differently, that's all. As far as I'm concerned, it warms my heart educating the public on blindness, letting people know, as you said, that we're no different than you are. Letting people know that yes, there is life after blindness. We can still live the life we want. Letting people understand that as a community, it's all about us working together. And whatever it is that's going on, I see that there are so many people with different abilities, as I call it. Mine just happens to be my eyes don't work. Some people's disabilities are visible, some people are not. But letting people know that together, we're always stronger together. And the more I know about you, the more you know about me, the more comfortable we are with each other.
Bridging gaps of visible differences, that's a quote from a former president of the National Federation of the Blind, and Dr. Jernigan, Dr. Kenneth Jernigan. And that was one of his quotes. As you know, quotes get buried, and try to keep it alive because it has such meaning and so much depth to it that's exactly what we do. We bridge gaps of visible differences throughout our community, whether it's students, adults, youth, seniors, or veterans. We have an inclusive reach.
All month long, Wish TV has been celebrating Black history, shedding light on the past with hope for the future.
You can see more celebrating Black history moments on our website at wishtv.com.
We want to thank you, all of you, and our guests who shared their personal stories and hope you were uplifted and inspired by them.
For all of us at Wish TV, I'm Gina Galeros.
And I'm Derek Dennis. Thanks for joining us.